Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Hi, this is DTOM5232, and I'm going to talk to you guys about my first impressions with the PlayStation 5. First off, Astro's Playroom is one of the dumbest, greatest games ever. It shows off the adaptive controller, basically, and the triggers are amazing. It's hard to explain without having someone actually use it, but basically when I'm like punching something it feels different, or like when I pull on this it feels different depending on like how hard I'm pulling on. So like these are little strings with throughout, like over here there's some big strings, and I'll pull on them and it feels like it takes more effort to pull it. And that's one of the great things about the new controller. 3D audio, so far, I think it's kind of dumb, only because the only way you can use 3D audio is if you are plugged into the controller. You can't use a wireless headset, or even use a headset that you used with the USB dongle. Like I have a pair of HyperX Cloud Alpha S with a 7.1 surround sound, virtual surround sound dongle, and I cannot use that with my PS5. I have not been able to use it at all to listen, talk in a party or anything like that. I don't know why. It could be that HyperX needs to release some drivers to download, like I had to do on my PS4. Because once I got them, I had to download drivers. Easy. You just plug it into your PC, go to the website, download these drivers, and then you're all good. And it was super easy and everything like that, and they sound amazing. And the one issue I've had so far with the PS5 is sound. I thought on my PS4 everything sounded better. Like sound is fine if I'm playing like these single player games like Astro's Playroom, but I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and when I have played that on my PS4 it sounds way better than if I played on my PS5. Other than that, that's my really the biggest issue I have with the PS5 is that I'm not able to use my HyperX's. I mean, those, I bought them for $150. I want to be able to use them on anything and everything that I can. They work fine on my PC. I've used them on Discord, PS4. I just don't get why I can't use them on my PS5. Like I said, maybe it's just like a driver's thing and they'll release them soon. I tried to find some information online and I could not. So I'll give an update if I hear anything, but as of right now, my biggest issue with the PS5 is sound, and trying to get everything to sound like it did on my PS4, which it's not a big thing because it does sound fine, but you don't, like in Siege, you don't hear those footsteps. You don't hear people unloading their gun. You don't hear them pulling out a grenade or pulling the pin out of the grenade like you can on the PS4, or hear every footstep from left, right, above, below. You just can't. And me playing Siege for 3 years on my PS4, that was a big deal and helped me a lot, and I'm just so used to it. Another issue I have is, me personally, I think the controller feels fine, but it's too big. I prefer the PS4 controller. If there was a way for them to take all of the inner workings of the PS5 controller and put it in a PS4 controller, that would be my perfect controller. I just like the L1, R1, I feel like they're too big. The triggers are fine, just the L1, R1, the buttons are too big for me, in my opinion. The controller feels great in the hand, but I'm just so used to the PS4, so I rather use a PS4 controller. but that's not a big deal. It's not like a make or break. It's not like I hate the controller. It's just I'd rather have something else, which is just a preference of mine. Um, so games, there's basically no load times, which is it's awesome. Like I could die. Load here. I'll show you. I'm gonna die right here. Instantly back in. Right there. Just a few seconds. All it took is a few seconds and I'm back in, which is obviously amazing. That's what gamers want. Gamers love not having to wait if they die, especially if they're working on a hard. This isn't a hard game, but let's say they're playing on this super hard game like Dark Souls or something. That's gonna make a big difference. The load times in between deaths. The menu I have to get used to. Once again, I prefer the PS4 menus just because that's what I'm used to, but I'm getting used to it. It's not that big of a difference, but it's like you still need to. It's like got a slight learning curve to it, but it's still good. I like it. I just gotta get used to it. Just like everything else, something new. You have a new operating system or a way to move around menus and everything like that. So just gotta learn it, and that's about it. I said so far there's not too many games. I only got about 2 or 3 PS5 actual games. So once they release more, I'll play more and then I can review them separately. The only thing I've played right now is Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Astro's Playroom. Both really great, amazing games. I just finished the PlayStation 5 upgrade for Siege. I'm going to check that out. I would say overall, the PS5 is like, it's a great upgrade, but it's not something that you need right now. Like, you do not need to go out and buy from a scalper $1,000 for this thing that only has like a handful of games, and most of those games also are older games, just PlayStation 5 updates. And like Madden is always terrible, 2K is always terrible, Siege I feel like it's gonna be the same. I'll test it out after this, but most games are just the same as the PS4 version. So it's not, you don't need to be in a rush to get this. I would rate it as 7.7 out of 10. Like it's cool to have, and like these games are so much fun. Like this Astro's Playroom, having all these dumb little things running around, and just the core gameplay of this is just crazy because it really just shows off the new controller, and it kind of just memes PlayStation's history. Like I'm not doing that one. Let me go into here. And there's just so many little Easter eggs and everything in this game, which is great. And they have so many different references to all different types of PlayStation games. And honestly, it's fun to just run around and try to find all the Easter eggs. Because you can also collect parts or collect items of like old PlayStation items. So like I've collected a PS2, a PS1, there's a PS3 and everything like that, and then like all the accessories that you get with them. And see, like they have like these little little Easter eggs right here, like that they're like filming video games, but they're Astro bots instead of the actual game. So here, let me go here. So they have like these little collectibles throughout the game. You can collect puzzle pieces. I just collected one. And then as you play the through the story and everything, you collect. See, like I got like a DualShock 2 controller, PS2, a PlayStation gun. This is the multi-dap, the PlayStation Eye. This is supposed to be Uncharted, but obviously it's them messing and making fun of themselves. PlayStation 3. I got a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation 1 somewhere. Maybe I didn't save it. But yeah, it's just fun to kind of go around and play this game and kind of find every Easter egg and all the different little items that and accessories that came with playing these different consoles throughout the years. Like I played a lot of PlayStation 2, I played a lot of PlayStation 3, and I've noticed a lot of different Easter eggs of them making fun of their own games and all these different, like this Move controller, all the different little accessories that came with those consoles. Yeah, so PlayStation 5, 7.5 out of 10. I would recommend trying to get one if you're just really just wanting to try out the new SSD and everything like that, because it really is fascinating and crazy to just see the speeds, that the speed differences between PS4 and PS5. I got my PS5 yesterday. I downloaded everything, transferred. It took forever, but I did have another screen up and I was just comparing speeds from my PS4 to my PS5, and it's really insane. It's fractions of what it used to be, which is great, obviously, for people that want to play a lot of games or just are just really into trying to maximize their playing time. Let's say like you have 2 hours of play, you don't want to be waiting for loading times forever. You want to be able to get in and play as much as you can. So that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Please please remember that like this is just my first impressions. Obviously I've only had it for a couple of hours. I've played maybe 4 hours on it. So my opinions can change. If you guys want to, I could have an update later on. Yeah, thanks again for watching. See you guys later.